Private international law, also known as conflict of laws, is a branch of law that deals with legal disputes that involve a foreign element. It provides a framework for resolving conflicts between the laws of different jurisdictions when parties are involved in cross-border transactions or disputes. Private international law seeks to address issues such as jurisdiction, applicable law, and recognition and enforcement of foreign judgments. The primary objective of private international law is to establish a coherent and predictable system for handling legal disputes that transcend national boundaries. It aims to strike a balance between respecting the sovereignty of each jurisdiction and ensuring fairness and justice for the parties involved. By providing rules and principles for determining the applicable law and jurisdiction, private international law facilitates international trade, commerce, and the resolution of international disputes. One of the fundamental principles of private international law is that each country has its own legal system and those systems should apply within their respective territories. However, when a case involves foreign elements, such as parties from different countries or the occurrence of an event in a different jurisdiction, conflicts may arise as to which legal rules should apply. Private international law provides mechanisms to address these conflicts. Jurisdiction is a key aspect of private international law. It determines which countries' courts have the authority to hear a particular case. Jurisdiction may be based on various factors such as the defendant's residence, the location where the contract was entered into, or where the dispute arose. Private international law helps determine the appropriate jurisdiction by providing rules and principles to establish a connection between the case and a particular jurisdiction. Another important aspect of private international law is the determination of the applicable law. When a dispute involves parties from different countries, it is necessary to determine which country's legal rules should govern the case. Private international law provides rules to determine the applicable law based on factors such as the type of legal relationship, example, contract, tort, or family law, the parties' intentions, or the place where the harm occurred. These rules aim to ensure predictability and fairness in resolving cross-border disputes. Recognition and enforcement of foreign judgments is also a crucial element of private international law. It deals with the question of whether a judgment obtained in one country can be recognized and enforced in another. Private international law sets out rules and procedures for determining the conditions under which foreign judgments should be recognized and enforced. This promotes legal certainty and facilitates the enforcement of rights and obligations across borders. Private international law is primarily governed by domestic laws and international conventions. Many countries have their own statutes and rules that govern private international law matters. Additionally, international conventions, such as the Hague Conventions on Jurisdiction, Applicable Law, and the Recognition and Enforcement of Judgments, provide a harmonized framework for resolving conflicts in specific areas of private international law. In conclusion, private international law plays a crucial role in facilitating international transactions and resolving disputes in a globalized world. It provides a set of rules and principles for determining jurisdiction, applicable law, and the recognition and enforcement of foreign judgments. By addressing conflicts between different legal systems, private international law promotes legal certainty, fairness, and the smooth functioning of cross-border interactions.